Hey everybody, want to make this quick little video inside this announcement for kicking off this Monday, or week one of the course. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you jump in here is you're going to want to probably go to course info just to find some documents. So you can click there, and once you get there, you can scroll down. I have a video explaining what all of these are. Recently, I did add in another document here about assessment, scoring and rubric guide, which I'll talk about a little bit in a moment, and connect that with some of the work that you're going to be doing this week. So after you look at these documents, have a tour, have a look at the orientation, you're going to want to jump over to introductions. And this is where we're going to be building community and getting to know each other. Of course, there's a video here that helps me explain what these activities are. First thing is you'll fill out a survey, and I'll give back the results on Thursday about what our class is like, and also introduce yourself with Flipgrid videos. This is instructions here for you to be able to do the Flipgrid because it's our first one, and here's a quick link if you already know how to do it. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is jump into week one. Week one, we'll be covering two different learning objectives. We'll be covering learning objective 1, which is building understanding, and learning objective 2, which is constructing our philosophy. What you'll notice on each week, I'll have a video where I explain all the different assignments, and I will have one learning objective at the top and the second learning objective at the bottom. These assignments will be due on Wednesday, or the first half of the week. These assignments will be due on Saturday, or the second half of the week. You'll notice that they have either LA, which stands for learning activity, or at the bottom is final demonstration. So that is your final demonstration, which is really going to be this link, to show me how you're building and demonstrating your understanding for digital literacy and computer science. So now let's jump over to the assessment guide, because this might make a little bit more sense. You'll notice that we have 4 different learning objectives. And the first week, we're only covering 2 learning objectives. Each learning objective is worth 25% of your grade, which is broken down by 5% of that 25% is on those learning activities, or the LA you saw. And then 20% is the final demonstrations, or the FD you saw on these assignments right here. So let's also take a look at some of the proficiency scales here. You'll notice that I have to actually give you numbers and a grade at the end of the course. Now I say that because I have a tough time with just giving grades in general. We want to do away with grades in a lot of schools, but in the end of the day, we do have to give GPAs, we do have to give grades. So what I've tried to do is create a rubric here of outstanding, which is an A, satisfactory, which is basically B, not satisfactory is C, and there's no D because D is basically a gentleman's F, and there's F. Okay, so I want to let you know too, the way I really feel like this course can run, and if you want to learn best, you can just do the satisfactory minimum requirements, which is basically you doing your own work and not really collaborating with other people. But if you engage in this thing called the professional learning community, there's some expectations there where we're going to be building a PLC. So if you are replying to other people's posts, you're building on other people's ideas, that's how you get an outstanding. That's how you get an A in this class. So I don't want you just to reply because it's told to in the rubric, but you're actually replying to other people's posts and videos and supporting each other and giving feedback to each other to build a professional learning community. And we'll use Moodle and other tools to support that. Okay, so let's take a look at the learning activities rubric. What you'll see most of the time is that I basically say inside Moodle, I gave criteria for this. So there's one rubric for all of the learning activities. However, in learning objectives, I have a more specific rubric for my expectations, and these will always be linked in the activities. So let's take a look at one of the learning activities. So if I click on the learning activity here, you'll notice that I have some criteria to get a satisfactory or some criteria to get an outstanding. Okay, so you can see that there, and you can try and go for an outstanding, or you can go to satisfactory. However you want to do this course is up to you. And then let's take a look at a final demonstration. So a final demonstration will always have a link to the assessment down below here so that you can get to that easily. Sorry, not to the assessment, but to the rubric, so you can better understand how can you be successful in this assignment, in this assessment. Okay, so again, let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this video was helpful and you can understand how you're going to be graded and assessed. You might find it interesting too to click over to grades because The grade book is also set up against learning objectives. So you won't be assessed on anything besides learning objectives or potentially standards of what I'm assessing you on. I'm not assessing you against participation, quizzes, and tests. It's more about all the learning activities that arrive to that. So I just finished this video, but I'm actually at the airport and I'm flying from Japan to Boston right now. And um, I will have internet on the plane if you have any questions. Yeah, enjoy your first day of the course and let me know if you need any help. Okay, thanks. Bye.